and welcome back to Set Apart Style. I'm Nash Amber and thank you so much for tuning into this video. Today I'm going to be showing you some of my autumn winter items that I'm going to be wearing for 2018 to 2019. I just kind of wanted to show just some of the items that I have in my wardrobe and just kind of share how I'm planning to style them, just to give you some ideas of how you can sort of work with your wardrobe no matter what you have, and just to give you some more ideas as well of how you can still embrace and celebrate modest fashion in a very practical way. You know, I've always shared in all my videos, but in case you've never heard this before, modesty is not just about, you know, how long your skirt is or how tight your clothes are. It really encompasses you desiring to have the character of Christ and you desiring to have a modest attitude overall, not, you know, trying to draw attention to yourself and living for likes and wanting people to sort of affirm you, but you live wanting to showcase Christ. And so I really hope that you find this video helpful. I'm just going to go through some of the items from my wardrobe. I've kind of selected and picked out some of the key items that I'm planning to wear so that you can kind of just get some ideas and be inspired. So if you're interested in finding out how I style my modest wardrobe for autumn winter, then please stay tuned. Now, I really love, for example, this blouse that I'm wearing, and I love it because I find that it can work for spring, summer, and it can also work into autumn, winter. And the really cool thing about this particular blouse is the fact that it actually has a detachable cape, so this whole section here can actually be detached, but I just love the detailing, hence why I just want to share this as a kind of first piece. And I'm going to try and show you the other items. I'm going to try and wear them, but if I can't, I'll try and show pictures and also link it to my blog so that you can get more ideas. So first up is this lovely chunky knit jumper. Now this jumper is actually from Primark. It's actually new. I bought it maybe a month ago, and it was £8 at the time, and I just love the v-neck style at the front. I feel like the v-neck can really feminize just the face, the female face, and for myself in the winter I do like to layer up, but at the same time I like feminine cuts, because having chunky jumpers sometimes, especially because I don't do a lot of makeup and accessories, I'd like to keep it quite simple. I find that just chunky knit jumpers like this are quite nice. So this is a light grey and it's got a dipped hem at the back, perfect if I'm wearing like my skinny jeans or a pencil skirt. I can either tuck it in or I can just leave it flowing out of like a midi pencil skirt. Like a leather skirt or something. And so yeah, a chunky knit jumper. I just love the fact that it's quite easy, and because of the fact that it can sometimes be transparent, I would wear maybe a vest top underneath or a very light jumper if I feel like it's really cold and I just really want to layer up. But again, this chunky knit jumper is one of my sort of go-tos. Second up is this it's not all the way polo neck, but it's like a grey 3/4 length top, which has a rounded edge all at the front and the back. Now, believe it or not, this is from Shein, and it was actually being sold as a dress. Now, with modesty, you might not automatically find an item and it's like, this is modest and you should buy this, but if you can sort of think outside the box and imagine items, you can buy short dresses and actually style them as tops. So I style this as a top, and I normally tuck it inside a black pencil leather skirt or my black leather culottes, or just something. I tend to do it with a whole black and grey, but you could also do it with light blue denim and also with white. So I've also styled this with my light blue denim jeans, and I have this over my jeans just to kind of cover my bum, because I hate having really tight on top, tight on bottom. I just like to have more, I like to have coverage but with style, and also I like to not feel like everything is sort of bodycon. So that's how I style that particular item. Keeping with the grey spectrum, I've got two grey trousers. Beautiful. One of them from Primark. So this one is from Primark. It's like a dog tooth fabric, and it's actually sort of like 3/4 length trousers. I would style both trousers with some Chelsea boots, and these Chelsea boots are from New Look. I bought them last winter and I'm wearing them again this winter. These two trousers are actually new. I purchased them for the season, and so this one is sort of like a bigger sort of dog tooth print, but I really just like how it complements my skin and how it works well with sort of soft patterns and colors, like this lovely blush blouse, but it also works really well with like a chunky knit. So even, for example, the chunky knit that I mentioned earlier, I would actually wear this together and play with the different shades of the grey tones, and it just looks really nice together with a nice black coat or a khaki coat, and those are kind of the colour schemes that I'm sort of working with. Lovely piece. So it's got a lining inside which is red, and so when you fold it up you can actually have like a nice kind of dog tooth looking coat with just the red on the rim, which I think is brilliant. And this is actually from Tesco. Love it. And it's kind of like, you know, that sort of tailored look, and this is a size 6. The only thing with the jacket is, because of the style, it's not really a coat, so it's a lot more lighter, so it's perfect for autumn. In the winter time, definitely would have to layer up a lot more. But I love the fact that, yeah, it's just very easy and it's just really stylish. For £25, I was like, what? It's got pockets, nice deep pockets, both sides. And another thing though was the fact that it doesn't actually have any, it has buttons, but it's just for decoration. It doesn't actually do up. So, but it's just part of the style. I knew that when I bought it, and I was more than happy to. And I would style this with these loafers. So to kind of have like a very kind of tailored look. So these loafers were £5 from Everything £5, but they were actually a gift from Everything £5 because I collaborated with them. They sent me some items, and this is something I chose specifically because I wanted to wear it with this outfit together, and I can just see it is going to look so good. And again, so that's £25, and these shoes were £5, so that's already an outfit for £30, which is relatively cheap in comparison to what you could be paying, but it still looks really good. It looks quite expensive, so even the shoes, because of the detail, it's quite different. It just looks good, and these are brand new. I haven't worn them yet, hence why they're so close to the coat, and both of them haven't been worn yet, but they're part of the new items that I've got for my autumn winter this year. Next up, we've got some fur, well, faux fur. This was actually from Primark. I got it extra small, and again the tag is still there, and I got it for £13 at the time. And again, I just really love simplicity sometimes with my autumn winter wardrobe, and so I just chose to, never mind, don't worry about this lovely blouse and this. I wouldn't wear it like this together, but the colour is actually quite nice, but I would lose the cape. But yeah, this is quite nice, isn't it? Well, again, like I said, I would lose the cape. It's got like a knit detailing at the back, which is really nice for like a casual kind of look, but at the same time you can really dress this up with like a all leather black look, all white as well if I wanted to kind of dress it up a little bit more, or I can, you know, belt it as well. So there's so many different ways I can sort of style this, but again, I think fur or faux fur is something that is really nice to have in the wardrobe, and for £13 I thought it was great. It's not something I'd wear often, I'd wear it once in a while, and it will just complement some of my looks. But yeah, so this is again some chunky knit at the back. Midi skirt from ASOS. I got this last winter, but I got it in sale after the spring summer sale, so before winter time I got this skirt, I think for like £15, but it was like £45 before. Again, old item that I've got from my wardrobe, but I'm just going to style it this winter. It will look great with like a purple jumper. I love the fact that the skirt's got pockets are the way forward. I just love the print again, and it's very, very thick, and you know, wool is always really thick and it keeps you so warm. And when it comes to midi skirts, something that I would always say is a styling tip is, if you are somebody who wears a lot of skirts and you don't wear trousers in the winter, that's fine, that's fair enough, but please don't style a nice midi skirt like this with long boots. For example, these Willies. So these are my welly boots, which I use for winter, perfect for when it's raining. Honestly, they are the best. They're from Next, and I love it because it's actually plastic, and so most wellies were never really stylish, but when I found these, again, I got these on sale 2 winters ago in the December Christmas sale, where I think at the time £18, but originally they were like £45–50. So these were from Next. They're really good quality, and honestly they're the best. However, styling something like this nice boot, both of these items are nice, but together, no. You know, seeing this, just, it doesn't look cute. I just don't agree with it, and I would never style this together. So again, I'm all for, if you're going to wear skirts in the winter time, what I would suggest for a skirt like this is just some simple Chelsea boots, you know. So it doesn't have to be chunky and high. These ones are from H&M. They're quite simple, got like the buckle at the back, the zip detailing at the back. They're very, very, very comfortable, rubber heel, but this would look a lot better with some space, so you can see your calf and a little bit of your ankles. You can wear your tights, but these are a lot more, just, yeah, more stylish than wearing longer boots. Got this jumper here. So this was actually part of a range of items that I had when I actually had a boutique. So for those of you who don't know, yeah, I used to have a boutique, and I used to have just like one-off pieces, and this was one of the last items I had from the stock that I had. I just liked it, and I thought it just works really well if you want to sort of still have that jumper feel, but not sort of look childish. You still look feminine, and I love the exaggerated arms here. Perfect if you want to kind of like tuck in your jumper into like a pencil skirt like that. Looks quite cute. Yeah, it just really works really nicely. So this is one of my jumpers for winter time. I love it, and it even works really well with this skirts together like that. Nice little outfit if you need to step out and still want to look cute. Got this kind of round necked long, I'll call it kind of a long top. So it's not a dress, there's no way this could be a dress, but it's got a dipped hem at the back, and a little bit shorter at the front, and this is what I wear when I'm just doing like an all black look with my black skinny jeans, and then I'll just throw on top like a really kind of thick jumper, or a thick cardigan or a thick coat on top, and then, you know, with all my scarf and stuff, and then I'm warm. But it's very light, so this is not very thick, but it's perfect for autumn when it's not quite cold yet, but it's also not warm, so it's kind of that in-between stage. But in the winter time I probably won't be wearing this, but for autumn this is quite perfect to have. So I've got these leather culottes from H&M. This was actually a gift from one of my sisters who purchased it for herself, and it didn't suit her, and she was like, do you want it now? I was like, of course. So leather culottes, they are my go-tos as well. I love styling these with just some tights and some Chelsea boots, whether it be chunky high Chelsea boots or low Chelsea boots. They look so nice. They'll look nice, like even just flat shoes like this together. Like, it's just so stylish, so nice, and just so fitting. Leather definitely makes a feature in my wardrobe. And I've got this again, it's a leather jumper, chunky knit jumper. It's got leather detail, padded shoulders with like a silver / gold rim here. Purchased it, I think secondhand, but it was barely worn, and when I saw it I was like, oh my gosh, I love the cut and the feel, because it's got that kind of Japanese cut, and it was from a Japanese brand, and I just knew you would never get this anywhere else, you know. So I just, yeah, I loved it. But yeah, I will try and link if I can find something similar, but this black chunky jumper is serious goals for my wardrobe. A leather jacket, collarless leather jacket. I purchased it about 3 or 4 years ago. I don't wear it often. Before I would be like, I don't think it suits me, but I still liked it because it's got peplum back here, and I just like the fact that it's quite simple. And again, it looks like it could be like a Zara or something like along those lines, but again, it was just Primark, and I think I got it for like 15, maybe £20. But yeah, it's really nice, soft as well, and this works really nicely together with my faux fur. So what I would do is actually put my leather jacket underneath the faux fur, pull out the arms, and style it like this together for an all black look, and it just works really nicely. And it works better because of the fact the jacket is collarless. So because it's collarless, it works well with the collarless faux fur as well, and so together that's how I would style it. So this is how you can quickly, very quickly and easily create multiple looks using the same items that you already have in your wardrobe, which I love to do. And I've got this lovely tweed blazer, again from Primark. I've had this for maybe 6 years now. When I first purchased, I was like, oh, not sure of it, but I loved this. The reason I purchased was just because I loved the vintage cut. I loved the detailing in the middle here, the section here. I just loved here the peplum design kind of thing at the back. It's got like a kick pleat here at the back, which I just thought was brilliant. Like, the detail of this thing is just so nice. And another thing that really caught my attention at the time, the way it was actually, when I purchased it, it was actually flat like this, like a normal blazer would be, and the lapels are down. But being who I am, I just like to restyle everything. I was like, I don't think that's the best way to look at it and to style it. So I literally just started looking at it. I was like, what can I do? And I ironed it several times in order to make the lapels stand upright, and so that the collar stands up as well. And when I style this with my black leather culottes, guys, at some point, do you remember seeing this earlier on when I showed you the grey version? I bought it twice because I loved it that much. They had black, they had pink, they had so many different colours, but I just chose, let me just go for two, just as part of my kind of winter staple items to have. So this is a khaki version of the same jumper. I just love it, and I just think it's brilliant. And honestly, I've been wearing it so much. You've probably seen me on Instagram wearing it because it's just one of my go-tos, and you will see me wear it multiple times because it's my clothes and I have to wear them. So, you know, most of these items of clothing I actually purchased, bar, I don't know, one or two that have been gifts and stuff, but most of them I've purchased by me. And I want to be wise with the money that, you know, I have. I want to be a good steward, and I don't think it is wise of me to keep buying new fashion and new clothing when I've got a perfectly nice wardrobe and I just need to be creative in how I mix and match. So yeah, this is part of my staple wardrobe now, and yeah, this works well with so many different looks, and I'll try and show you some of the ways that I style it on my blog as well, so stay tuned for that. A nice midi midi skirt, which I just loved when I saw it. This was like £6 on sale at Next, but originally was like £38 to £40, and it's like suede. I don't know if you can see, it's so beautiful, the fabric, it's so soft and nice. When I first purchased it and I saw this split, I was like, this split looks like it could be a situation. And I don't like exposing my thighs and all that kind of stuff. So how I've actually styled it is with black tights, which tends to work really well. And because of just how I play with it, it's been fine. And also, it's not bodycon fitted on me. It fits me, but it's not tight. I think if it was tighter, I wouldn't be able to get away with this split. If you're a lot more curvier, it could potentially look a lot more sexy than it does stylish and just sort of elegant overall. So I would suggest you could either have this sort of taken in. Again, you can sew it up so that the split's a lot less from the inside, of course, and done properly. Or I would just get some fabric that's, again, similar suede. I'd go to a fabric shop, get some suede fabric, exactly the same color, and then just get that attached inside so that, yeah, when I'm walking, I'm covered and I don't have to keep thinking about it. I think I do like to do is style this together with this jumper. Two different greens, and you could think, ooh, forest green with a khaki green, but it works so well together. Yeah, I can't even stress, honestly. It does. Playing with different shades of greens or different shades of greys or different fabrics of blacks, and it definitely actually works. So this is an oldie. If you've been following me on Set Apart Style for the last couple of years, you would have seen this before. It's like my blanket picnic dress, picnic skirt should I say, and I love it. It was from ASOS. It was like £45 at the time, and I paid for it full price, and I'm telling you, I've got my wear out of this. I think I've worn it at least, let's say I've worn it 10 times and I paid £45 for it. That's on average £4.50 every single time I'm wearing this. And I think for £4.50 for 10 times, that is brilliant. And I've worn it more than 10 times. It's a very distinct skirt. So sort of like once you've worn it, and it's like very like evident, like somebody would remember it. And I remember before I used to be the kind of person of, oh, if I wear something memorable, I have to wait like a year or two before I wear it again. But God really dealt with my heart and was like, Nash, that's not necessary, because these are your clothes and you just need to wear them. So what if they saw it last week? Rock it again and change it. So that's what I do now. But the thing is, because of the fabric that this is, what you find, this one's not as bad, but what you do find sometimes with winter items from like maybe previous years is sometimes it can start to bubble up because of the fact it's wool or cotton. What I actually like to use is called a fabric shaver. Don't know if you've ever seen one of these before. I think I got this from Wilkinson. It's brilliant. So it collects all of the sort of residue of what you use inside here, and here's the shaver part. It's battery operated, and you just literally has an on and off button there. So when I slide it on, it's going to be very noisy like a Hoover, but I'm going to show you how you can actually debobble your clothing, so hence the name debobbler. So you put it on, and very lightly you just kind of go over your fabric, so you don't go deep inside because you don't want to break the debobbler and you don't want to damage your fabric, but just to get away some of those kind of bobbles that come up, rather than pulling it and it continues, just shave it with the debobbler, and yeah, it works. And there we have it. I can see more hair has just been added to the section, so you know if it's working, because if you empty this and you start to debobble, it will pick it up. And here, this area now is a lot smoother than the rest of the skirt. So yeah, it's brilliant. And I think this was like less than £5. Oh, my fateful new overthrow. This is perfect for the autumn. The color is so autumn. At first when I saw it, I was like, it's a bit golden, but it really works nicely when I style it properly. It doesn't work right now with this pink and stuff, but yeah, if you go onto my Instagram and also to the blog, you'll see how I've actually styled this, and it works so well. It's like a midi length, very easy throw. So this would not keep you warm in winter, forget it. This is just for style, but in the autumn it's fine when it's still, like I said, it's not quite cold enough here, but if it starts to become colder, I'll definitely have to start layering it up with jumpers and all that kind of stuff. And mustard is just one of those colors that I think works all year round. Maybe it's because it's my namesake, Amber, you know, but I just love it. This is from Boohoo, and I picked this from, I think I've had this for about 2-3 years, and I picked it originally because of just the detailing. I love simple items that then have a hint of something. As you can see, this is pretty much like the same thing twice. Like, I just love detail. And so the detail here on the shoulders on both sides, quite simple, but I love it. It's just one of those basics, but if I want to kind of bring some color into my autumn winter wardrobe, this is just perfect. So this is my nice Boohoo item, which I will be wearing this autumn winter. You'll see it at some point somewhere. My nice red summer dress from Boohoo. So this is like kind of got that also almost racer back styling, and it's just a midi dress, but I think it's actually really nice to style in the winter, and I've done it before, I think 2 winters ago, so it's not a new piece. And I would style it with my black polo neck jumper together, so the polo neck jumper underneath, and like that with black tights, black boot, and it just works really nice together, especially when I have like my crochet braids as a protective style and kind of have it all out. It just looks really nice and classic, and I can belt it or I can keep it as is, and it's really got that kind of, you know, I don't know, Christmas type of feeling to it. You can dress it up very easily with accessories. And I've got all of my accessories. I have it on my nice little belt. So these are like my belts and my necklaces. So I could literally pick any one of them to accessorize on the dress. But yeah, it's just nice to be able to use your spring summer items in autumn winter, because some of the items you get to wear them all year round. So you're essentially saving money because you're not wearing you're not having to keep buying the new things. So I always find a way, or try to find a way, to incorporate some of my spring summer items into autumn winter as well. I just have accessories as well that I use. So I've got my belts, chunky belts, thin belts, whatever it is, but I've got these as well on hand, ready to go if I need to kind of dress up an outfit and just kind of change it a little bit. This nice chunky scarf which I purchased from Primark 2 winters ago, and it's double-sided, so it's kind of got the dog tooth effect on this side, which works really nice with the grey items that I showed you earlier, but then it's also got the touch of red. So again, this works really nicely with the shoes that I showed you earlier, but this together with an all black look, throw this on top. You know, can add a dash of color but not too much, and it still looks really nice, and it can keep me so warm because of how thick it is. And I just put it in my wardrobe in a hanger and just hang it over that like that and fold it over, and that's how I keep it. And that's one of my accessories as well. I've got so many different colored scarves. Didn't show you all of them, but this is just one of the ones that I would be wearing. I purchased these velvet leggings from Primark. They were £6. So the leggings basically are so warm. They've got the fuzzy feeling inside, and when you touch them you literally can feel it, and it's so nice. So I've literally had these every winter. I had a pair last winter and I was like, I have to get them again. So if I'm wearing a skirt or a dress, I need to go out, I can put this underneath my tights or underneath my black skinny jeans if it is that cold, because I do not like the cold. And these are literally the perfect items. So I've got a new pair. So yeah, this is again another thing that I will be wearing this autumn winter. But these boots, I've had these for like maybe 5 years now. They were originally from Topshop, but I got them from a it was a charity shop called Second Chance. And yeah, I just love the colour, and I love the kind of military look with the boots, and they've been with me ever since. I style them all the time, so you'll see them at some point styled with my looks. It works really nicely with the midi skirt as well. So that's another item, another boot that you can wear with the skirt rather than wearing long boots. These are again winter boots. I wear them with thick leg warmers just to have a different look, or sometimes just with thick socks just to keep me warm. I don't actually do them up. I tend to wear them like this just for style, and also because they fit me properly, so I don't have to do them all the way up, but I tend to have them loose fitted just so that they're more of my kind of casual edgy looks. A new pair of boots, which I'm yet to wear, but I purchased them because I needed another pair of long boots. They're not thigh-high boots, but they are knee-high, and they kind of go just over the knee, but they're just perfect for when I want to wear skinny jeans and like a long dress top, chunky dress top or something. Yeah, they're just black, but they're just winter must-have. So I purchased these from Truffle Collection, and I think I got these for £20 on sale again. So I thought, oh, those are quite nice, let me give those a go. Yeah, I've tried sort of like Office and all these other places, and sometimes the boots don't fit right on my calf, because even though I'm slim all over, I actually have thicker calves for a slim person. So most shoes that are my size don't hug my leg. Sometimes they're too tight for my leg, or sometimes they're way too big. So I actually got an elasticated band this time so that it fits better on my leg. And so if you're someone like me, if you've got like skinnier ankles or skinnier calves and you're like, boots are always a nightmare, try and find ones that do have the structure at the front, but also maybe have fabric at the back, so that if you do need to wear your thick socks, they still look fine and they still feel comfortable, rather than if you feel like, okay, let me put tights, or let me put socks on, but then because they've got the leather at the front and leather at the back, it looks bulky and it's not comfortable, whereas the fabric at the back gives you a little bit more comfort. And these are obviously perfect if you've got really thick calves as well, because you're able to stretch them and not feel like you can't breathe. And there we have it. These are the items I'll be wearing for autumn winter. Comment below if you like this video. Comment below if you like some of the items that I have, and I will be linking below items that you can also purchase if you want to invest in your wardrobe. But hopefully you've been inspired to know ways you can restyle and style items you already have. And if you've forgotten items and you're like, oh my gosh, I have something like that, hopefully you can pull it back out and recreate some styles, so that you don't have to keep spending money, but you can still obviously look stylish, look cute, look nice, but most of all be modest in everything that you're doing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at my next video.